Yeah, sure. Doodlers. You can do both, it doesn't really matter. Hi everybody, how are we doing? Hello, it's Lesley here from Hungry Heavy Crafts and Heavy Doodle, and I'm just getting all set up. I've got some cards that I need to make today for some upcoming birthdays, so I'm hoping that I'll get to play with some of the items from the newest Heavy Doodle release, maybe some older stuff as well. I'll mix and match it in there, I'm not quite sure, but I'm just getting all set up. I'm hoping that you're going to craft along with me tonight, so go and get your crafty bits and pieces and we'll get cracking soon. Jasmine's here. Hey Jasmine, how are you today? Are you well? And it has been a busy old week for us at Heavy HQ, where we've had our new release pre-orders go live, and we managed to ship out all of the pre-orders today. Yay! Ready for release day tomorrow. And I wanted to let you guys know that we actually have a blog hop tomorrow celebrating the new release. So make sure you come on over to the Heavy Doodle blog and hop along to see all the inspiration. Loads of the design team have created some amazing projects that I know you're going to love. So come on over and join us for that. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, because next week sometime, not sure which day, we will be picking a random comment, and that will be the winning comment to win some goodies, win a voucher for the Heavy Doodle store. So let's get crack-a-lackin', shall we? What are we gonna make tonight? I was thinking, I've got a birthday card that I have to make. Oh, here, let me catch up on my comments. I've sent Craig to go and get my phone stand so I can read them. Jasmine's here. Hey, Sarah Louise is here. Sarah Louise, I posted your order today. And Jasmine. Jasmine says, all good here. Can't wait for my new order. Yay! So there's still time to get the free stamp. Just place a pre-order between now and tomorrow. As of tomorrow, the promotion changes slightly and you have to spend £30 in order to get the freebie. But it's all good. That's how you're going to get it. And it's an exclusive set. You can't buy it anywhere else. All right. So, and Becky's here too. And Suze. Hey, Crafty Suze. How are you? Right. Let's have a little think, because it is... there's a birthday coming up from, actually, Craig's family all have birthdays around this time. So his was the end of March, and then in April it's his brother Michael, and then around this time it just all happens at once. So Craig's mum is the 6th, Craig's brother, Craig's brother's the 1st, Craig's mum's the 6th, Craig's dad's the 10th, and also his other brother is the 10th. So I have to make sure that I have lots of cards made. So I thought that what I might do is make a card using the popping by stamp set, and I'm just seeing if I can grab my stitched slimline trio. Maybe I'll put sort of a smaller layer on the inside here. I think that could work. And I'm thinking I'm going to use the slimline pull tab for this. So let me go grab it. It's over here in my stash. So on this front panel, I'm going to have the pull tab, I think. And then down here, I wanted to have the little birthday gift. And all foxy like so. I'm gonna put the lid like on his head, and the idea is, hey Jazz, is that we'll move up both of these two elements like this, and he'll pull out a little like square from the inside. So that's what I'm thinking, and we'll have a message on that. That's the plan. Whether it works or not, we'll see. Here we go. Oh, Craig, you needed to, can you unplug the desk down here? Thanks. Jasmine says, I sent the hop email earlier, Rebecca. Did you get it? Oh, Jasmine's working on her hop. Awesome. So let's see. Maybe we could also put some balloons on this. So this is the brand new Popping By stamp set, I think. Thank you, Craigie. Add my comments on here now I can see it. Sue says, our family is slammed with lots of birthdays in May too, plus Mother's Day in the USA. We've already had Mother's Day on our side of the pond, but yes, Mother's Day is coming up too. I always forget when American Mother's Day is because we've already done ours. Let's see. Just gonna grab some alcohol marker friendly cardstock. And let's stamp some of these all together. So this card is going to be for Craig's mumsy wumsy. And then we'll see how we get on a little bit later on if I can make a card for Dad and for Stephen. Ashley's here. Hey Ashley, how are you? Let's stamp up or ink up my cute little foxy. I think my memento's getting a little on the dry side. Ink it up again. The good thing about having the Misty means that I can stamp it again even if it is getting dry. Nice. So I want to know, what have all of you guys been up to this week? Have you been busy? Because we sure have. I think I'm going to stamp another pile of balloons. Even if I don't use it this time, it'll get used another day, I'm sure. Whoops. Sarah Louise says she's ordered the new oxide. Yes, I think Amy has hooked me up, sorted me out with the new oxide for me. I'll get it at some point. Yay. Everybody loves new ink, huh? So good. Pop that away. Okay, so we're gonna have a bit of matting and layering going on. I'm gonna have a little foxy, and I'm trying to think what colors we should go for this. Any ideas? Maybe what we'll do is we'll have a we could do a little bit of stenciling on the back. I think maybe the stencil using the lots of happy stencil will be really cool. So if you haven't seen that, it'll be good to have a little look at what that is like. But let me go grab some cardstock first and foremost, and we'll pick a color that will work for tonight's creation. I was thinking maybe to go for a mint color, maybe. We've got the teal, a light blue would be cool as well, I think. Ooh, I can't find mint. Let me check in my cupboard. All right. Lost my microphone. Okay, so I'm going to crease this at 3.5 and then cut it at 7, which is essentially cutting this piece of cardstock into 2/3 and 1/3. 7.5. This is going to be my postage edge panel, and that is from the Slimline mini meal set. So that's really fun. Marcy's here. Hey Marcy, how are you? And we'll crease this at 3.5. So this is going to be my base of my card. And then I'm going to use that same mint cardstock to do the small rectangle from the Stitch Slimline Trios, like so. So let's stick this on here. And we'll run it through the, oh, actually I'll put it onto this corner. I'll run it through the Gemini. See if we can cut this one out. So yes, it's been a busy old week. We had 7 bags of pre-orders to go out today. I think it's the most we've ever had, which is amazing. Thank you all so much for everyone's support. And it's been really cool to see everybody's favorites. Can you guess what the most popular ones have been? Ruth is here. Hey Ruth. Ruth says best release yet in my humble opinion. And Sarah Louise says, wowzers, that's a lot of orders. It is, I know, crazy. Let me put my little box beside me here. Stitch Slimline Trio, pop that back in there. Actually, let me go grab my clutter keeper, which helps me keep all my items that I'm using close to hand. So this here, and we're going to have the postage edge panel right on top. And then we're going to use this one to go on top here. So let's find a cardstock that's going to go really well with the mint color. Sue says congrats on a great release and purchases. Jasmine says pandas. Sarah Louise loves the fox, so Foxy's being used tonight. Jasmine loves it too. And the other thing I wanted to mention, because I'm not sure if you guys will have realized, but the there's a set that I had which had it was a Simon Says stamp set called Filled with Joy, I think it was called, Filled with Joy. And it is it will match these. So you can actually kind of use them interchangeably, which is really fun. I'll show you that stamp set in a little bit. It was a Simon Says stamp exclusive though. We want to get it through Simon. Let's see if we can cut this one out. Need my memo tape. Sarah Louise says the stockings. Yes, the stockings. That's the one. Here we go. So this set, this one here has this gorgeous postage edge effect. So we're going to layer this up, have this one right on top to bring back that mint color, and we're going to add our stencil to that just now. Let's just do a quick tidy away. Let me show you the stockings one that I mean. So you'll be able to use them interchangeably. It's going to be super fun. It's this one here. Isn't it cool? So you could put the little foxy on the stocking as well, or you can use these with these other stamps in the Popping By set. So lots of options there to give you more versatility, which is what we like, isn't it? Well, let's use the Lots of Happy stencil. Now, because the stencil is 6 by 6 and my little panel is a slimline, we'll have to do we'll have to ink it up twice, as it were, if we want to have it all the way down. But I might just put it at the top, actually, so that we have kind of an ombre effect. It'd be kind of cool. So let's grab some ink blending tools. And I really like the look of tone on tone. So I'm going to pick out my sort of minty green, maybe a cracked pistachio kind of color. But I'm going to grab the actual ink in a oxide. Cracked pistachio, here it is. Jasmine says, I can't even remember what I ordered, so that'll be a nice surprise when it arrives. And you say that you know that you ordered Gloober because you've been running low. Yes, I remember that you had Gloober in there, and alcohol. Oh, did you not order the alcohol marker, Friendly Cardstock? We just got more of that today. We got an order for 100 packets, so be busy packing them up. So that's my cracked pistachio. And let's see if we can add a little bit of slightly darker color, maybe, I'm going to say peacock feather. Yes, peacock feather should be good. Let me get a foam pad for that. Must be lurking over here somewhere. There he is, I see him. I think this is where I need the new color, isn't it? Just want to give it a little bit of a bluer tone near the top. Sarah Louise says, Lesley, are you working with Create and Craft again, as I've seen you on their website? I think they still have some stock, so they're probably still advertising them on the website. Yeah, they can advertise on the website as long as they've got stock. I haven't done a show with them in a long time. I certainly don't have any plans at the moment to do a show. Traveling is a bit awkward at the moment, isn't it? No. Never say never, though. Ruth said, I ordered the same thing twice. So I must have been the one. Yes, I had to message Ruth and say, was it an accident? Would you like me to refund you, or shall I just send you a surprise? So can you guess what she went for? This is the Lots of Happy stencil. Let me grab some tea. Flagging. All right, so we have a nice bit of interest to the top of the card there. So let's see how it's all coming together now. Nice, nice, nice. And then for this one, we're going to have the pull tab mechanism. So let's grab my slimline pull tab dies. So first of all, what I'm going to do is create the notch out of the top of this. So this die cuts out the notch, but what you need to do is line the top of the card with the bottom of the die, like here. Hopefully you can see that. So you don't put the top of the die with the top of the card. You line the bottom of the die with the top of the card, like so. And then you kind of eyeball where you want it to go. If you are using the bigger rectangle or the bigger slimline, there is a wee notch here on the side that will help you kind of figure out where you are equidistant. That's like a little marker. Ruth says shush. So let's put this through the machine. Awesome sauce. So cool. Right, and next I'm actually going to color in all the elements, because that's going to determine how big I want the channel to be on this background section of the card. So let's grab my colored pencils, my alcohol markers, or whatever it is I'm going to use tonight, and color these little guys in. Mr. Foxy, looking super cute. So like I say, this card is for Mumsy Wumsy, mother-in-law. Birthday coming up. Ooh, that was close. The wrong one. I actually toyed with using the Perfect Day stamp set, because Mum has a big floofy kitty cat. But then I saw this little guy and I couldn't resist. He's so cute. I'll put some pink ears just to bring in those pink tones from the Bubblegum Blush cardstock. and a little grey tone in the cheeks. With some rosy cheeks, of course. I'm gonna go for a darker brown nose. Super cute. So over here in the UK, it's a bank holiday weekend. Are you guys doing anything fun for the bank holiday weekend? That's my question for you. Have you got plans? We don't really have plans. Still kind of hard to make plans at the moment over here in the UK. But I am hoping to go to the furniture shop because we are looking to get some more furniture for the new house. Jasmine's crafting. Oh, Jazz, I wanted to say, I saw your little, is it a reel, Instagram reel with the card, slimline card, with the roses at the bottom and the critters on top. That's really cool. I loved it. It's really, really fun. So I decided to do a yellowy orangey present. And now that I've done it, I kind of regret it because my fox seems to be too similar. So I'm going to darken him up using some more browny tones. So this is E08. In fact, I'm just going to do flat color for that. Kind of gives it more of a russet tone. I think it'll make him contrast more with the yellow on the present. Candy's here. Hey Candy. Hey Lesley. Guess who's crafting along today? Is it you? I'm so happy if it is. Are you working? You mustn't be working if you're crafting, unless you have snuck some craft supplies into the classroom. Ruth says, hopefully crafting with my new release purchases. Yes, if they arrive on time. That's the kind of the bummer, which we hadn't realized at the time, was that it was a bank holiday weekend. It's like, oh no. Hopefully orders will arrive pretty soon. Let's see, what have we got? RB2 is always the one that's really intense. R20. And R32. Jasmine says, oh, thank you. I need to get better, but gotta start somewhere. Well, you know what? We all are like that, definitely. And we did our first Instagram TV this week. I don't know if anybody saw it. I did a video of creating a slider pop-up. And a bit like what you said, that it feels a little bit like so far away from where you want it to be. But gotta start somewhere. Absolutely. Nessa's here. Hey Nessa. Candy says, no, cousin weekend at Airbnb. Very nice. Yay. Not teaching anymore. I quit that and I'm now an office assistant. Oh, I suppose teachers have had it kind of rough over the last while, haven't they? It's been really crazy. I really did think that a lot of teachers, it's just what they've had to endure over the last year. It's just not what they signed up for, is it? Crazy. going to color these in. Maybe do a little pink one. A couple of different colors here. Do pink at the back here too. And maybe we'll do a dark minty color, like a teal. Sue's got to run, cooking dinner. Enjoy your evening. Thanks, Sue. See you soon. So I'm leaving a little bit of a gap on the edge of these balloons. And although it looks kind of funny and it feels kind of funny when you're doing it, when it's all together, it just translates as a little bit of shine on the balloon. And if it's too much for you, you can go back in with a lighter colour. That's good. Jasmine says, I have my hop cards to make as it's 2 weeks tomorrow. Oh, 2 weeks. That's crazy, Jasmine. That's come by really fast. Hey, Laura. Laura's here. Cuckoo. So nice to see you. I am playing with the Popping By stamp set. Love these colors together. I think I might actually come in with a little warm grey on his cheeks. Looking a little bit sparse at the moment. A little bit, well, not very inviting. Looks like he's a bit pale. There he is. School didn't appreciate me, says Candy, and I made like no money, no insurance. Well then, we'll find something else. Hey Bob, how you doing? Laura says, popping in a night, yay. She hasn't had dinner yet. Oh, you need to make sure you get din-dins. Wanted to say hi. Cuckoo. Hi, honey. Love you. All right, so let's get my little mini die cutting machine over so I can get these die cut out with my coordinating dies. Do, 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 do. Got 2 balloonies, and I'll just use this that I had earlier. Don't forget you can get multiple uses out of your memo tape. Make sure you make it last. Bob says, how was everyone's week? My week was really, really busy. At the start of the week, we were still, we were shipping retail orders, and that's just manic because I'm trying to get everybody's order out the door as fast as we can, because everybody, all the retailers wants to be able to sell it in their store. And then the pre-orders went live. Oh, that has just moved. I can see it. It moved. The cheeky little sausage. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. So we were still doing that by Thursday, and we had more retail orders than we anticipated. So we actually couldn't fulfill some of them because we wanted to make sure that we had stuff in the store for you guys. So we had to actually say to some of the shops, I'm sorry, but you can't have everything that you wanted. We can give you some, but not the full amount. We'll have to come back for more. Marcy says, hi Laura, I love your YouTube videos. Yeah, me too. Jasmine says, I don't know where to start with my new goodies. Too many good things to play with. That's the problem sometimes. But Jasmine, I know you'll not stay stuck for long. And the hardest bit is just getting started. Just do anything and it'll all come together. It's the same with me when it comes to drawing a new release. I always think, I just have no idea. No idea. And then I just draw anything and then it becomes easier and easier. Lara says, this little die cutting machine is the cutest thing ever. It is, and it's so handy. So handy. Little handy dandy machinio. And then this one. Oh, I'm actually going to put this on this one. So what I'm doing, you don't have to do this, but what I'm doing is I'm using one of my A plates to cut on. So this one's full of the cut marks, and then this one's nice and fresh. So I'll do this for a little while, and then I will just swap out and use this to cut on and get another one for the top. You don't really have to do that, but I'm experimenting with it. So this little die here, which is for the gift, I am actually going to use that to cut another piece of card. Just a little pink card here. You'll see why later. Put that back in its pouch. Come on. There we go. Jasmine's going to have a very full crafty weekend. Jasmine says, the Simon Says stamp that you sent the sentiments with the hashtags are perfect for my hop cards. Very good. Sheila says, what's the name of that little die cutting machine and how much are they? This is the Hefty Doodle mini die cutting machine. I'll just go grab one. Which looks like this. And inside you get the die cutting machine and you get 2 cutting plates. You also get a plate for use with embossing folders, so an embossing plate. And in here you get a little bear die and also a cloud die and a mini embossing folder. And these are £40 on the Hefty Doodle store. And we also have a promotion where you can get that plus a die set for £50, and the die set that you get is called the Mini Essentials dies. And well, I have to say that it has a lot of dies on there that you're gonna love using. Like it says on the tin, it's essentials. It has circles, it has stars, it has rectangles and things like that. So it's great to have. Lara says, I'm so glad, Jasmine, you should do a random supply challenge. Grab your stamps blindfolded and craft something with what comes out of the bag. That's a bit like my stamp roulette that I do. Is super fun. All right, so you might have noticed that I've actually die cut another little foxy here because I'm going to sandwich up this little piece of card. So what I wanted to do is this is going to go behind my present like so, and then he is going to hold on to it like this. So I'm going to sandwich him behind there. So let's give that a go. I'm going to put some glue dots on his paws so he can hold on tight. Now we're off to have dinner. Bye-bye. Jasmine says, Laura, did you see Stamp Roulette game? I ended up with Happy Doodle, Could You Be Mine, Time for Tea, Hugs and Kisses, and Kindred Stamp Seize the Day. Amazing. I'm playing catch up with your comments here. Sorry, guys. Let me go get a glue bird. Here we go. So the reason that I cut another one of these is just so that I can sandwich this pink piece of card in between two of our little foxies. It just makes sure that because we're going to be pulling that up and down that it's going to be nice and sturdy. Candy says, love the new release. Yay! Sheila, you won't regret it, says Laura about the mini die cutting machine. Absolutely. Here we go. So this is also, I want to put this on his head so it looks like he's popping out of the gift. So let's stick that on here as well, like so. So right here, I want to put a little greeting, and what's going to be perfect for that is the what you saying and what you saying now stamps. So let me go and grab one of them. So we have what she's saying and what she's saying now, and I think the happy birthday to you is going to be the perfect one for this. So let's ink this up. I don't know how much that is in US dollars, but I'm getting it. And if you place it within the next 24 hours, actually, yeah, you'll also get a free stamp and a free die. Let me show you what it looks like. You'll get a free stamp like this, just a note stamp with a notepad, a pencil and a pen, and then just a note sentiment. And you'll also get the dies free as well. So now is actually the perfect time to buy it. You'll get a lot more bang for your buck. It is super cute and it's really portable. Ta-da! Happy birthday to you. Cindy's here. Hi from Texas. Hello. Hello. So tiny and cute, says Marcy. Yes. Absolutely is. Hi, friends. Hi, Roberta. Okay. So let's bring back my card, my draft card, as it were. And this is going to go here, like so. And then this one's going to go right on top. And I want to have this little guy like this. I'll probably need to trim off the what's the word, to the bottom of this thing here. It doesn't pop down. If the die fits, I want this to be something like this, and then it's going to move up to here. So it doesn't have to move very far. Let's stick this down here a little second. And we want it to be from this kind of size. Where's my pencils gone to? So we want it to be here, and it needs to go up to about here. So I've just marked where that corner will be. And that's pretty much the movement that we need. It's not far at all. It's not a long, it's not a very long movement. So let's go for our shortest one here. And we're going to put that right down here. Now, I'll put it somewhere that it's going to be hidden behind here. So when he's down in his closed position, he's going to be, it's going to be hidden. And then when he goes up, it's still going to be hidden. So around about here, I think, is a pretty good shout. Just going to try and make sure that it is straight before I smoosh that down with my memo tape. Roberta says, someone else is watching you. I was doing our budget. Why you're doing your budget? I see. Right, will this fit through here? Yes, it will. Let's grab my little die cutting machine, pop that in there. And that cuts out our little channel so that we can have the pull tab mechanism. All right, we're doing well. We need now to have this piece, almost like a T piece, or has like a hook or something on the end. That's what we're going to use to pull in and out from this card. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to use pink because I think it will tie in with the card. Just cutting down these little scrap pieces. So we'll cut this down. Out of the bubblegum blush set, and I've pulled this aside as well because I quite like to strengthen my pull tabs by doubling up on the flat piece of card, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a minute. So this is the pull tab piece, the pull tab mechanism. Come on. And there we go. And what I like to do is double up on this flat piece. So I'm just going to literally stick this down like so, and then run this through the die cutting machine as well. And that just helps make the pull tab a bit more sturdy when you're pulling it in and out. It is an optional step though, but one of the things that I think put people off is whenever the pull tab feels a little bit flimsy. And it will depend which kind of cardstock that you're using, but it also depends on the way that you use your cardstock. So for example, if I just gently push this between my fingers here, you'll see that this bend is quite stiff. But if I do it this way, it's really bendy, and that has got to do with the grain of the paper. So you might want to play around and find out which way the grain of your paper goes and use it on the stiffer side. But for me, I normally just use whatever's more convenient and more efficient in regards to the space of the cardstock that I have left over, and then double it up if need be. Jasmine says, I do love the pull tab die. I was so happy when I made a double slider. Yes, it is really good fun, isn't it? What have I done with my little... There it is. Put that back so I don't lose it. All right, so I have my two pieces here. And then down here, we want to make sure that we fold in this section and then fold back this semicircle. Make it nice and creased so that it is sitting nice and flush. Same on the other side, and the idea is that it creates a little circle in the middle here, like so. So all I'm going to do is stick on this piece of cardstock to the back of what I already have. I'm going to use my ATG gun for this. I need to get one of the 3D printed ATG gun holders. There we go. So this one didn't go all the way up, but I wouldn't worry about it because we're probably going to be trimming it off anyway. So let's just take our little semicircles, fold them up so that they can get passed through that slit. So this is only going to go to here anyway, which will have both of those bits on the end. So that's basically what we're going to do here. The other thing is that this die has got what I call a belly band. It's a little die like this, and all it does is it wraps around this pink piece of card, the pull tab, so that it keeps it nice and snug. You don't even have to use this. You can just use another piece of card and wrap it around. The die obviously makes it handy. But as long as you have got something that wraps around here, and don't make it too tight, just something like that, and it just keeps this pink piece of card straight. It prevents it from tilting over to the side, the left and the right. So that is a little belly band. I might as well go ahead and use the proper die for that. And Candy says, so since I've been missing you, how is Piper, Craig, Ranger? They are all really good. They're all awesome. Working away. Piper is settling in nicely with her school, which is nice. Yeah, it's all good. So let's bend this around. I'm going to put a little glue dot in here to secure that. If you use wet glue like Gluebird, just make sure that it doesn't get onto the actual pull tab section. And also don't fold this round very tight. It needs to be quite loose, because if it's too tight, it's going to make it harder to pull up and down. So let's now add a little bit of glue to this. Oh, too far. And I'll put it right up here, just underneath where the notch is. Roberta says, Candy, I hope you're enjoying your new job. Oh, I think I managed to get distracted there and not actually put it straight. Let's see. That's better. While that's doing its thing, I'm going to add a little bit of color to the bottom of this, just for some fun. You know how it is. I wonder if I've got enough ink on my blending tool for this. I'll go and grab some. Maybe a little bit of worn lipstick. You'll hardly see it anyway, because most of it's covered up. But it's nice to have a little bit of subtle color change. Little picked raspberry at the bottom. Oh, exciting news. Craig set up my new PC, my new streaming PC arrived this week, and Craig set it up in his office to make sure that it's all there and that it was working fine. But sadly, with pre-orders being shipped this week, didn't have a chance to get it set up, but hopefully next week. Dun, dun, dun. That's exciting, isn't it? Let's stick this on here. Also this week, we can now in the UK get lateral flow tests for testing for COVID. So we ordered some of them. Oops, put that down in the wrong place, didn't I? Especially now with having staff coming in to work, just having the option to double check things every so often. If we have any concerns, that's always a good sign too. All right, so here we have our pull tab. You can see how it moves up and down. I'm going to put it to the down position, and I'm going to trim this off. I'm actually going to go a little bit shorter than the end, just so that whenever we add the little fold over at the top, it sits better. There's a gap for the folded piece of card rather than being flush, and I'll go like so. Now here, what you can do is you can either, you can die cut the little circle and put it right on top, and that helps keep the two pieces nice and snug together, but that is optional. I will just use a little bit of scratch card here and die cut out a little bit of a circle. I just want to make sure that those two little flaps that fold together, they kind of want to open out and separate. And if you can keep them together, then it will actually, where the gap is, the slit, if you can keep it together, then the fold will be nice and neat, and it won't catch quite as much when you're pulling up and down. So let's see. I have my circle. It cut off a little bit of the side, but it won't matter because you're never going to see it anyway. And we're going to add this to here. So let's add some glue. Like so, and I'll just hold it for a second. Now, don't get glue on the green piece of card. You just want it on the pink circles. And if you move it up and down, it's really cool. So I don't know if you noticed this, Sheila, but the little die cutting machine, it has a removable base, so it can actually be smaller if you want to carry it around the place. You can use it like this, but I find it's a little bit wobbly. So if you're going to a crop and space is really the key thing for you, you can use it without the base. But I like it with the base. But I'm not sure if you noticed as well that we have a little bear in here that says, "Let's get crafty." Isn't it so cute? He's called Randy Bear. He's adorable. All right, so this is going to go right here. And this is going to pull up. So I'm going to stick this down first and foremost. And I'm going to use some glue for this, I think. Like so. So damn cute again. You're a genius. There you go. And then I was going to add these in behind. So we could either stick them to the background or stick them to the fox. If we stick them to the fox, they will move as well. If you stick them to the background, they will not move. So the option is really yours. Or mine, technically. So they'll either do... Oh, it's hard to get them to stay. Either do this, or they go up with the fox. I actually quite like it if they stay put. So let's get some glue. And here. And on here. Make sure it's in the down position first of all. And then oopsies. Something like this, I think. I want to make sure that where the strings come down, the white section, that it's all white. Sheila says, I don't think I've ever been so excited to get a craft item than I am with that little machine. Oh, I'm so excited that you're excited because it came up in my story, you know, on Facebook memories and things. It's like, here's a photo from last year. And it was just about last week or a couple of weeks ago. And it came up with the prototype. And I remember when it came, I felt exactly like you felt because I was like, oh, I just can't wait for this to come out. I just can't wait for it to have Heavy Doodle on it. I was very excited and I love the color and it's so cute and it's so portable. Love it. Ruth says, I agree, stay put makes Mr. Fox stand out more. So, oh no, we don't want you to stick to it. Thank you. I've accidentally smooshed out some glue there. Come on. There's Mr. Fox, up and down, up and down. So I'll put it down. And then this is going to go on here. Now we want to make sure that it's not going to interfere with the happy birthday, sorry. So how are we going to do that is the question, because there's not an awful lot of space. So we could have it here, but then he's too far down. I like it. It's so much fun. So let's see if we can. Maybe what we can do is add some grass at the bottom and then put it on the grass. I think that would be a good solution. What do you guys think? If we add some grass, let's get my little die out again. This one. I can grab it. This die here. And we'll get some mint cardstock on the go again. And I don't need it all the way up, but I'll take this section like that, just so that I've got enough height to play with. It's got some ink on it, so I'm not going to use that. This time. Sheila says, my boys think I crafted too long before. Just wait until that box comes to my door. But if it's fun and it keeps you out of mischief, what's the problem, eh? There ain't no problem. And you can buy replacement plates as well. It's going to be so fun. You're going to love it. So now we have our little piece of green card that will go at the bottom here. And I want to add some grass going across. So actually, I'm going to use the Slimline Scenery dies, which is our new dies. And they're really long so that whenever you're making your slimline cards, you can actually do them long ways. But the great thing is that you can just use them on other smaller projects as well. Now, obviously, I can't put this through this little machine this way, and it's a little bit long, too long for that way, but it can go through the big machine. No problemo. Here we go. Have my grass now. I'll put this in my scraps box. Put this in my Slimline Scenery pocket. And I'm going to add a little bit of green to this. I'm actually going to darken it up. So I used the, what was it that I used earlier? Peacock feathers. Well, let's try peacock feathers. Jasmine says, I didn't get those Slimline Scenery dies, but I will soon. I usually just extend the current ones, but the new Slimline Sceneries will be handy. Yes, that's what I mean. I was just extending the current ones as well. But then I feel like you have to put something strategic. So if you have a die like this that goes to here, and then you have another one that goes onwards, you could put a wee critter over the top and it hides the edge. And that works absolutely fine, but sometimes you don't want to do that. You don't want to have to place a critter. You just and clean. In hindsight, this would have been better to ink up before I cut it, because some of those little pointy grassy bits now are looking a little bit rumpled, like they've been stood on, but maybe that'll give it a more authentic view. All right. This panel so that there's plenty of clearance for that happy birthday to go up and down. So let's get some, shall we use some double-sided foam tape for that? Oh no, was it freezing? I'm back again. Sorry if it stopped there for a second. Cheeky old thing. I'm back. I was on repeat again. Oh no. I must have done something funny last week as well, because when I went back to check, there was like a 7-minute video or something after. So it must have stopped and stuttered. Just think though, guys, new streaming PC next week. I probably shouldn't oversell it just in case there's still issues. All right, so let's layer this up right on top like this. Push that down. That's going to go right here. Seems to have sorted itself out, says Jazz, so that's good. So I want to see his paws just a little bit. So you will see a little bit of the pink, but I don't think you really notice it, to be honest. I'll leave that down. And this is going to pop up happy birthday to you. So there's a bit of glue on there. We want to get rid of it. Just give it a second to dry. And while that is doing that, let's cut a little tab for up here. And in fact, I think I might bring in some of that cornflower blue because it's pretty. That's because it's pretty. And I see I have a thin piece here, and I'll just use the little pull tab bit at the top for this. It was when you were just about to reveal the foil. That's right. That was the worst timing ever. I still can't believe that you missed it because it was so beautiful. And I was shocked. I was like, oh my gosh. I was delighted. I was absolutely delighted. All right. So here we have a little pull tab bit that you can fold over here and add to this. Like so. So let's glue this down. Oops. Make sure it's in the right position before I start sticking things down. Like so. A little bit of glue for this top section. And this we're going to stick right on top here. Keep these for another day. And I'm going to stick this on using some foam tape as well. But I'm going to use some of my 12mm foam tape because I want it to be really sturdy. So let's get some. I'm going to use my different scissors, and because the foam tape's quite sticky, I am rubbing it first of all with a little bit of ink. Like so. Yes, we missed your squeal of delight, says Roberta. I know, such a shame. I'm still like so delighted with that card. I think it turned out so cool. And actually, Ruth then went and bought some deco, the transfer gel geo. I have to get some more ordered in the store because I think we're running low. Alrighty. So let's pull off the backing paper off these. And also having the foam here is quite good because it'll create a little bit of space so that you can get your thumb or finger in to pull up that pull tab section. So that'll work too. Ranger's looking in, I think. So let's try and center this on here. Doop, 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 doop. And I think that what we'll do is add mum down here to the bottom using our stitched alphabeters. And that will pretty much finish off the card for tonight. So I'm thinking I might do the shadow technique, which is where you die cut it in one color and then another color, and then layer it up ever so slightly offset. So I'll show you what I mean by that. And it creates a nice shadow effect. So I'm thinking I want to bring in some of that cornflower blue. I think that'd be really fun. Ruth says that it's always a good sign when you say order more because it means that you're using it. Yes, it does. So now it's the age-old question, mum, mom, or mam? I think I'll go for mum for this card. Although I'm pretty sure she would respond to mam as well. Get a wee bit of card. Got a couple of scrappies here. Jasmine says mum. Ruth says mum as well. So do you know what the absolute shocking thing is? Morgan has now been here 3 weeks and she has not yet crafted once. We want to craft, it's just been so busy. So we're hoping that next week we'll get a chance to craft. She even said, maybe we should do some sort of video like crafting for dummies. I said, yes, maybe we'll call it something like Crafting 101 or Crafting for Beginners, not Crafting for Dummies. Sheila says, mom, from us Americans. All right, so add a little bit of glue to this, and then I'm going to offset it slightly. Like so. Jasmine says she needs to craft. I know. Like I say, it's not because she doesn't want to. It's just we've been so busy. New release time. I did say to her, this is a baptism of fire because this is the busiest it's ever going to be. We also got windows on in Heavy HQ, the new Heavy HQ, which we've not moved into yet, the garage. We had windows last week, but we didn't, the front of it, there was some like cladding on the front that needed to be done. It's done now and it looks so good. So happy. And then tomorrow the electrician's coming. And I'm hoping he's going to come in here as well and sort out some power, because a little bit of a, you know, cable situation here. Cables everywhere. And I hate it. I hate cables. Nessa says, what? I know. Shocking. All right, so that is just drying. I'm actually going to stick the U down first so I can get it centered. Mr. Gluebert needs a refill. And we're nearly there. Um. Mum. Looking so much fun. I'm just going to add, I think I'm going to bring in a little bit more of that blue tone into the yellow. I'm going to add some dots here just to try and bring in a little bit more of the blue, although to be fair, it's actually coming out quite green. But it's quite a large section of yellow, and I thought that just break it up a little bit with some dots. Would be good. I think that's awesome. All right. So here we have our pull tab using the Popping By stamp set, the Lots of Happy stencil. We've got our slimline scenery dies on our stitched alphabeters, and then the slimline mini mill for the postage style background as well. And I'm just going to finish it off with a little bit of glaze pen on his eyes because I love the way the glaze pen makes a really dark black glossy dot on his eyes, and it really does look like it's a shiny eye then. There you go. There's the card. Well guys, I'm actually going to call it a night tonight. Because my back's starting to hurt a little bit, but I think I shall call it there. Tomorrow is our release day, and we have a blog hop happening over at the Heffy Doodle blog. So come on over. There's so much inspiration. You're gonna love it. There's some videos as well on the hop, and comment as you go along because the winner will be picked to get a voucher to the Heffy Doodle store. And let's face it, there is enough stuff in the new release that a voucher would not go amiss at all. I hope that you've had fun watching me make this card. I've certainly had fun making it, and I have some more cards to make before too long, so you never know, I might get another stream done. Need to test my new PC anyway. Have a great weekend. It's a long one over here. Monday is a bank holiday, so if you are in the UK and have Monday off as well, I hope you have a wonderful 3-day weekend. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye everybody.